Alright, here we go. This is a 2v2 ranked match on Chasm between the blue team in the upper left-hand corner, skineal and Veklim. Oh wait, hold up. Let me try this again. Veklim. I knew I could have read that better. Skineal and Veklim, and the bottom right-hand corner, the green team, Kartoffels Fnoo. And I just want to say thanks to Skineal. Okay, so yeah, I was gonna ask you how to pronounce your name because I know many people pronounce your name really differently. Right now I'm gonna go with what I thought in my head when I first saw your name before I heard any interpretations, which is skineal, because it looks like the word skin and then it looks like the word kneel, but then there's not an extra N, so we'll go with that. Anyway, so Kartoffels and Fnoo on the green team. Fnoo going for the mid, and Kartoffels actually, see, they pre-built generators, which is kind of weird. Like you never really saw that before in the really high-level players. And you kind of see it a little bit more now. I think it's actually a little bit due to the current patch where money is not as necessary as power, because once you hit that point, it just doesn't really make that much of a difference to have that much more money, because of this kind of trench warfare style and stuff. A lot of players have been finding that they are much more starved for power than they are for money. And right there, Veklim going down for the first blood, I think, which was from Kartoffels. But Blue has taken mid and has cleared all their neutrals on their side, but all the neutrals on the green side are still there. But actually, green doesn't have as many armadillo as I thought they would have. Fnoo going down to Veklim right there, and actually, yeah, there's only like one here, and the other one, yeah, they've been evacuated by Kartoffels here, and they are going for the obvious artillery play that comes along with losing mid, like initial losing mid on this map. And now Veklim finishing off those T99s on that side, and Skineal did just do a quick bombing run. Fnoo, yeah, Kartoffels and Fnoo both in the Neo, double Neo. Neo has been proven to be a popular mech choice recently, especially because of the not as recent but fairly recent comparatively, or relatively, the abilities buff that it's had. It has had the ground shield changed to EMP, and it has had the cloak changed to, well, not really changed, but improved to full cloak and ground cloak, which is a devastating combination. Kartoffels coming over here, dropping the infantry, providing a good distraction. Now that leaves Fnoo to okay, well, he just did a quick scout over there. That infantry drop was taken care of now, and Veklim is dropping more armadillo to compensate. That's one thing about dropping infantry. You frequently kind of psychologically force the opponent to create extra defenses when they're really not as necessary as you would think. Like right now, there are extra jackals going down for Skineal, and Fnoo is oh, I don't know how they lost that bulb. Oh, okay, so there are two artillery arties over here shooting at this outpost, and Fnoo now dropping with a longhorn, taking care of it. But the thing is, Blue has a really good foothold right here on mid. They have a lot of units right here in the back, so anything that Green does will completely, like, just re-neutralize, even if they are able to take it, re-neutralize that mid base. And now Fnoo coming in with the boomers, no, with the creepers, but they are boomer variants, and they do take down one moneymaker. He was going for the outpost there, but they did not get, they did not target it. I think it has something to do with the proximity of where you drop this, each creeper, and they actually decided to go for that moneymaker. And in that case, if he knew that that's what they were going to go for, he probably would have dropped two at one and two at another, which is the typical, I'm going to kill some moneymakers by doing boomer drops procedure. And right now, Skineal doing a quick infantry drop, and Fnoo here to respond. Those infantry do go down to those longhorn that were stationed there to protect, and there's only, like, I think there was only one that was needed, one infantry that was needed to go in there to protect it, or to relight those bulbs. And now you can see that Blue does now have a generator on the field, And skineal going for the front door, but just going for actually for the moneymaker harass. Fnoo will be able to take care of this pretty handily, except because there are no there's no seekers over here to distract skineal or to deter. Skineal will have like just free reign to attack whatever moneymakers he wants. Now a hat does go down. Fnoo does drop the hat, and skineal has not actually. I don't think he's actually been able to take out a single moneymaker here, but he is forcing Fnoo and Kartoffels to both be in this area, and he actually does not get away, but I think that was a pretty good use of his time. He almost took down a moneymaker, and he was able to take 2 players away from the battlefield, and now there's much more resources devoted to guarding this fort than there were before. So that was actually, I would call that as a productive move, even though he did go down and didn't take any moneymakers out. He has been able to force green to reallocate their resources by putting down extra defenses at that fort. And now a lot of artillery over here shooting at this other clump of units, but there's nothing else over here to protect. And Kartoffels and Fnoo take down everything over here by working together very, very quickly. This bridge is going to be cleared eventually by this artillery, and skineal does look down to see it. There are 2 down right now, and I'm assuming that because they lost mid, one of the most popular options at that point is to do it over the bridge push. And now Kartoffels with boomers in queue, he is my guess is he is gonna go for moneymakers. No, he is going for the army back here, and I'm pretty sure these boomers are not really gonna get much off. Oh, actually they do, because there's only 1 Longhorn over here. That's really not good. You really need to mix up your defenses over here. There's too many Seekers. This is way too many Seekers. They are really, really worried about the mech harass, that they are over committing on the Seekers and not putting enough armadillo, not enough tanks down. So what they should have done is really probably, instead of putting Seekers, you know, put tanks, put even T-99s. Which they actually don't have in their loadout right now, according to the interface. But that is an option, if not an option specifically right now. Now Veklim going for the top base for green. Let's see if he's able to drop it anywhere productive. There are tanks on the corners. Corner positioning so effective, being able to attack 2 sides instead of just 1 if it was bunkered. And now those are completely gone, and skineal and Veklim are both forced to retreat. Veklim almost gets taken out by who was that? That was Kartoffels. Almost got him there, but Kartoffels missed that EMP, was not able to get Veklim in that exchange. Now Veklim is queuing up many more artillery, and green actually, like I think Kartoffels, look how many, there's 2 more generators over here, because they are both starved for power. Both of these sides are starved for power. If you look at the power bar, even though they don't have that like close to 0 for their you know, net gain, it's just the build speed and the overall power is really, really affected by having a, you know, kind of sub 50-ish upkeep, or you know, net gain. So they are forced to make more generators. Now this outpost is green, or yeah, this mid outpost is green, and green has been able to put a lot of units over here in this area, but this outpost, and the thing is, usually in this typical case where there's a big clump of units over here on Chasm, the outpost is neutralized pretty much immediately, but their lack of Longhorn concentration over here, which is usual for this positioning, is resulting in less, you know, less fire on that outpost when it turns to the opponent's color. Now boomers going down was really effective, especially with Kartoffels in there to be able to draw their fire, and he is doing more boomer drops, he is doing EMPs, he does get taken down, but I think a lot of blue units did get. Well, look at that! Look at all that debris. There, that is a salvager's dream right there. Look at this area. But yeah, Kartoffels is really effective with those boomer drops. And skineal flying over mid does not have it, so he does have to go a little bit further back to recharge and heal. Veklim a little overextended, will probably get taken down by Kartoffels now, and he actually gets taken down by the hat. And skineal just really wailing away at these units. There are so many that he can hit. Does not attack from the low ground because the boomer bomber bubble is gone, and does get taken down by Kartoffels. But this has been retaken by blue. However, Yeah, it's actually okay. Yeah, so it's retaken by blue. I can't actually really believe that it's back to blue. They green lost a lot of their units on this side, even though Kartoffels did such a good job with the boomers. And actually, look at all this debris. There were more boomer drops that were that took out so many more units. skineal almost taking down that artillery, and Fnoo does get him down there with an EMP and finishes him off. And Fnoo is level 6. He is, along with Kartoffels, queuing up the Berthas, and now this will be a much harder push for mid from green team. And if you look at this, skineal and Veklim don't have any Berthas out on the field, and so they only have their normal Archies. So this is going to spell really bad news for blue team. Look, there's 2 Berthas out. They're very well guarded. There's a lot of hats in this area. It's just really gonna take out these bulbs so fast. Like, boom, boom. Now there's 1, and okay, well, there are 4 infantry walking in. They will be reclaimed, actually, and but more Berthas going down. It's just a matter of time, really. But now, actually, blue team using the green team's cleared bridge, sending a lot of tanks and seekers over here on this side. Fnoo does see it. It attempts to do the EMP, but there are a lot of seekers in this area. This is a really good mix of seekers and tanks to be able to push over here. And there are a majority of the units over here are artillery units and anti-air units. So this tank push is actually going to be at the very least an extremely good distraction, and will pretty much take out a lot of the units over here on the green bottom fort, or bottom power station. skineal is trying to hack and slash away at these artillery, but and Fnoo does take out Veklim. There are a lot of blue units in this area. This is kind of scary for this green team. Not really the typical turtle style you see from people that own mid in Chasm. A lot of the blue units have been taken down already, but took a lot of the green units with them. And I think this was actually a very positive power swing, or credit swing for blue. I think they probably lost a little more, but because they have the better position, because they have all these units over here at mid, losing a little bit more credits is pretty much worth it, just so they can thin the army of green. Kartoffels dropping with the EMP, almost gets taken out, forced to cloak away. And Fnoo now setting up more artillery. There are a lot of blue units in this area, actually. There are 2 armadillo and Kartoffels with the more boomer drops. It does get killed by all those units, but pretty effective. I would say a lot of these are worth the death, because to be able to get those boomer drops off, it's really worthwhile to kill those. Because they are very, very cost efficient if they do get their explosions off. And now skineal working on this top bridge. Kartoffels on okay. So now, but they are sending a lot of units. Veklim was able to make a lot of armadillo over there, and now is firing in with his rockets. And wow, almost kills Fnoo, sort of. But even though this will be a losing push, they have killed a lot of the green units, and they are forcing both of the green players to be over here, while skineal is slashing away at these infantry. I'm not really sure if that's that worthwhile. They don't have any artillery facing this area from this side, which is a very typical thing you see from people that hold mid on Chasm, just because a lot of times dropping tanks just right in front of the outpost is very effective, and not just tanks, but anything really. If you don't have anything to kill stuff on that side, like artillery, then it's really vulnerable to any kind of push or any kind of heavy drop tactic. But right now, skineal did drop a Longhorn over here at this fort, and Fnoo forced to block with a Seeker, because that is the only thing there. He has finally a Dillo to bring down, but Veklim now bringing down 2 Armadillo. There's a lot of damage going down on Green's fort right now. Even though that one is blocked, that Armadillo is blocking, or that Seeker is blocking that Longhorn. Yeah, I'd say this is a pretty good use of their time, just because now Fnoo has to sit here and shoot, and it will take a lot of his time now. And with that, skineal dropping another artillery over here. And that will shoot. You can see the cone on the minimap where it will be attacking now. Kartoffels trying to follow skineal back to his outpost and take him out, but it just wasn't enough. Now finally skineal has Berthas out. He is positioning them over here, and they will counteract, or not, at the very least combat the other artillery over in that area. Now Veklim putting a lot look at that, a lot of artillery over here, and they will completely destroy these units if they aren't responded to in time. And the funny thing is, green team does not see that on the mini-map. As you can see, that is not covered within their fog of war. It's outside, and they do not know, like, actively, without checking, that there are artillery firing into their units. And so there are 3 dead units over here, gonna be more. Now it's up to 5, and they still haven't noticed that there are artillery firing because blue has distracted them so well and keeping them very, very busy at mid. Kartoffels taking Veklim down there, but it's really, really worth it. Now they'll be able to do an effective drop at the top outpost, at the top right outpost. 2 jackals coming in the front of this outpost. There is actually, once again, no artillery firing in this area, which, okay, well, there is one. There's a single Archie firing in this area, but you really do need more. You really do need a lot more. And like, look how many jackals they're able to put over here, and there's nothing contesting them except for 1, maybe 2 artillery. That second one, I'm not really sure if it's firing in, but you really have to protect that other area, but the front area of the chasm with artillery, especially if you're going with this trench warfare. Current patch is very much trench warfare, if that's even a word. Kartoffels with more boomers like crazy. And now Fnoo bringing up a hat. There are a lot of units now here for green, including a Goliath. Super scary. It's very, very scary to see a Goliath next to all your units. skineal keeping just sending all these tanks. In my opinion, this is a little early, and they are not really early, but they're not really sending enough at a time. They really needed to do a heavier push, but now sending those tanks, they will kind of pre-warn green team that yes, there are artillery up there. You are missing units up there because we have destroyed them. I personally would have waited for a larger clump of units to send over there just so I can definitely grab that outpost. And now Kartoffels coming up with a seeker. I'm not really sure why he's choosing a seeker to go up there. Maybe he's just estimating. But now he does see the artillery. Unless this gets picked up by skineal, which it does. These two artillery, one will go down for sure. skineal probably won't waste his time in saving that other one, and he does get killed over that mid outpost right there. There's so many hats. 3. Well, there was 3. Oh, 4. There were 4. Wow. Yes, no wonder he died so fast. All those creepers do go down pretty quick just because there's a lot of ground attacking units here. And right now, there is a slight battle for this outpost from Veklim. Veklim is so low on life, gets killed by Kartoffels. And yeah, there's no more artillery firing in here, but there is a pretty thinned amount of units over there. I really wish blue was able to take advantage a little bit more, because those artillery were really well hidden, like perfectly out of the sight of the vision sight range, whatever, for green. And it was just really sad that they weren't able to take that to their full advantage. And right now, this mid outpost is neutral. No one can really take advantage of this position. These units aren't firing over here, and these units aren't firing over here. They're just keeping mid neutral. High-level creeps do start to walk in. No, they do get destroyed. So this one... Okay, now there's more. Now they put more. And you really have to do this artillery warfare to be able to handle this this chasm. This chasm is so unique. There's no map quite like it. You know, it's something that's really necessary to do. You just really need artillery. If you knew you were playing on Chasm, every very rare once in a while, you don't bring artillery. But in Chasm, it would just be crazy. You also need to bring burgers for sure. That needs to be one of your late game units. Now Goliath coming down here. skineal did not block properly. But that does go down very quickly, so the damage that was taken was very minimal. Now skineal instructing Veklim to go drop. I'm not really sure where. There are a lot of Goliaths in queue for Veklim. skineal blocking, creating a wall. Doesn't make those two in the front door side to side, but it is pretty good block on the front side of the fort. Kartoffels with more boomers. He will drop for the MP to distract the other ground attacking units. Draw their fire. He does get killed there by skineal on the retreat. Now this top outpost has been cleared to neutral. This will go back to green, but there are only 3 units. Okay, now there's a Goliath there, but the positioning isn't that great. They really need to start trying to surround their outposts to protect them, especially on Chasm, where it's very susceptible to getting dropped and not noticing. one of the more common methods recently has been corner protecting, because corner protecting does attack two sides of an outpost, and then if you have four on each corner, one on each corner, then you have attacking all sides of the outpost, at least two tanks attacking on all sides of the outpost, which is really great. There are so many Berthas over here for blue team. Look how many there are. And right now, Fnoo, nope. 3 is Veklim. 3 is Veklim. Getting a Goliath. He is creating a hidden cluster down here. It is sort of visible. Yes, Fnoo does see it. He does see those 2 random units down there, but drops 2 Armadillo to deal with 2 Goliath. Not really going to work. Veklim using the ground attacking rockets. Very, very effective. Getting Fnoo out of there, but now in the domain of the Neo, trying to dogfight, not really a good idea, but these 2 Goliath have been discovered. Fnoo will do his best to take care of them, but Veklim actually now deciding to start bringing them up. The very good decision in my opinion, because they have been discovered, and there are 2 over there in that area, and they are just really forced to spend all their time and effort into trying to handle them, but they do neutralize this outpost. It goes right back up to green, but they do neutralize it for a minute, whatever that's worth. And now this bridge completely clear. These creeps are high-level creeps, actually. They are level 4 creeps. They are walking over that bridge into that area, and they will probably eventually slowly take out those units. And skineal just giving instructions to his teammate. I'm pretty sure skineal did mention that his teammate is someone that he's trying to teach AirMech to, and this is actually really this is probably the most Berthas I've seen either in a while or ever on Chasm or on any map. To be honest, there is a lot of Berthas here. Just because the Bertha is, everyone can agree that the Bertha is insanely powerful, and right now green is getting the advantage on mid. They have too many Berthas firing over in this area. They have 2 Goliaths over here, and now look, the blue has been forced to move up to this upper ledge. skineal did get by here with 2 Longhorn. Let's see if anybody notices. No one has been responded yet, and he will probably try to bring that over to one of the open areas over here. skineal just runs away. Kartoffels is over here, has to use boomers to distract or to deal with them, but they will take him down very quickly. Wow, those Longhorn just disappeared. skineal dropping to avoid fire. Wow, and even that's ballsy. Brings a Bertha up with almost no life on his own mech to heal it up. That I would have just went straight to save my own self, my mech, instead of trying to heal up a Bertha. But now Fnoo taking a very quick cloaked scout, trying to see what the best option is to go with his attack, and does see that there is not much over here, so might start with an infantry, an infantry drop for distract purposes. Which did he do that? I can't really tell. No, did not. Just looked one more time. Can't hurt to do multiple scouts, or at least 2. Anywhere more than 2, you're kind of wasting your time there. You gotta learn how to identify that in one pass. And now Fnoo dropping boomers while he's cloaked. They do go off and take out a Bertha, and I think I don't know, a Patcher or a Longhorn. I can't really tell from the debris. But Kartoffels dropping with an EMP just because he was in the area. And now Veklim bringing the level 4 creeps over here with a Goliath. Oh, nope, does not decide to bring the Goliath over. Now, skineal instructing his teammate to ninja the base. I'm not sure what with what. Maybe a Goliath. I would assume Goliath is probably the best idea. Did he mean base like fort? Probably. They are going to go for the fort. Even if green... Oh, he doesn't drop the Goliath. Ooh, and it is going for that moneymaker. But Veklim dropping another Goliath. There are 2 Goliaths over here. Holy moly, they're taking down damage like crazy fast. Fnoo and Kartoffel still have not responded to this. I don't know why not. They really need to go back to their outpost or their fort. And now finally dropping, but it's like they have taken more than half of their life out. with these Goliaths mostly, and the third one comes down here from Veklim. Wow, just keeping the pressure on. If I were Veklim, I probably would try to start microing them around to prevent the blocking, but they haven't really been blocking that well, and they only have like a quarter of their life left. This Goliath will go down eventually, but now skineal and Veklim have just a lot of time to attack these units that are sitting right out here, and look, there are pretty much none left. That was a great move by blue team there, and I'm not really sure why green didn't respond faster than they did. I guess they probably, I mean, if they knew that a Goliath was the thing that was over there attacking them, I mean, if it were me, I would have panicked and just rushed back and tried to drop as many units to block as I possibly could. But unfortunately, you cannot see what unit is what on your minimap. So they knew that something was dropped, and I guess maybe they should have probably looked at how fast their life was going down. Now skineal making a larger wall here. We are in overtime too. Life has started to go down. Let's see, blues, I don't know, green actually has control of mid, but once again, in like we've seen in many matches, for example, the Punctronica Rigel versus Boom and Valinor game, even though you have the map control with more outposts, look at how much life they have left. It's not much. And it's really getting dangerous for green team right now. They really have to start pushing hard. Blue really pretty much just has to turtle and wait. There is not much that green can do if they do that. There is very little life left on green's fort, and these little random drops over here at this outpost are not going to be enough to take them. It's really getting it's getting really close for green. They really need to start doing some action. Kartoffels doing that, finally bringing a Longhorn over here. Well, not finally, he has already, but I mean, they really need to start pushing it. They really need to start panicking here, and now they do. 2 Longhorn do go down. I don't think this is really going to be enough because green is going to respawn extremely quickly. Those Longhorn die very fast. Kartoffels brings another one over here, and it goes down really quickly again because skineal is here to respond very quickly. Kartoffels does go down to units, and Kartoffels calling the GG. Fnoo is actually able to take down a couple units over here, Moneymakers specifically, but yeah, not really going to be enough. This was actually quite amazing. Blue had mid at first, and then you know, lost it just because they didn't really support it as well as they could have. And then green takes it, but blue with their really good ninja drops, specifically that one with the 3 Goliaths, that was just impressive. They slipped by very quickly. They kind of took advantage of green taking a lot of time doing their unit ferrying to the far side of the mid outpost on Chasm. Fnoo going down to that hat, even though blue only has this one outpost and this one gray this one is neutral, green has less than 5% of their life left in, and Kartoffels and Fnoo, well, Kartoffels just, yeah, their goalie drops did pwn you, okay, yeah, but Kartoffels just bring the boomers over here, but not really much they can do. Veklim and skineal over here waiting to protect their outpost, just making sure nothing gets past, and that is GG. Veklim and skineal take this ranked matchmaking game over Kartoffels and Fnoo. No, wait, I think this was custom. Just look at my description. Alright, this is RUI, and that's game. See you next time.